into the faces of the helpless children and see their appealing eyes. It touches the tender chords of a mother's heart. I stand before you today on behalf of the helpless children. Organized labor and humanity demand protection for these helpless victims of insatiable greed. I have seen your children murdered. Murdered. You are living in America. America, where Patrick Henry and Jefferson lived, those heroes of days gone by. The day of child slavery has got to end. On May 29th of this year, in the spring of this year in Kensington, Pennsylvania, 75,000 textile workers went on strike. Of this number, at least 10,000 were little children. They were striking for shorter hours. They wanted their work week reduced from 60 hours a week to 55 hours a week. Every day at Union headquarters, little children came in. Some with their hands off, some with a thumb missing, some with their fingers off at the knuckles. They're stooped little things, round-shouldered and skinny. Many of them were not over 10 years of age, although the law prohibits their working before they are 12 years of age. Well, the law is poorly enforced. And the mothers of these children often swear falsely as to the ages of their children. In a single block in Kensington, 14 women, the mothers of 21 children, said it was a question of starvation or perjury, that the fathers had been killed or maimed at the mines. I asked the newspaper reporters, why didn't they report the facts about child labor in Pennsylvania? They said they couldn't, because the mill owners had stock in the papers. Is that a fact? But I have stock in these children, I said, and I arranged for a little publicity. We assembled a number of girls and boys one morning in Independence Park. And from there we arranged to parade with banners to the courthouse, where I held a great meeting. A great crowd had gathered in the public square in front of City Hall. I put the little boys with their hands off and their fingers crushed and maimed up on the platforms beside me. And I held up their mutilated hands and I showed them to the crowd. Philadelphia's mansions are built on the broken bones and quivering hearts of these children. Their little lives go out to make wealth for others. Neither state nor city officials pay any attention to these wrongs. They do not care that these children are to be the future citizens of our nation. The city officials were standing in the open windows opposite. I held up the little ones of the mill high above the heads of the crowd and pointed to their puny arms and legs and hollow chests. They're a light to lift. I call upon you millionaire manufacturers to cease your moral murders. And I cried to the city officials in the open windows opposite. Someday, the workers will take possession of your city hall. And when we do, no child will be sacrificed on the altar of profit. The officials, they quickly closed their windows, just as they had closed their eyes and hearts. The Philadelphia papers and the New York papers quoted my statement about Philadelphia's mansions being built on the broken bones and quivering hearts of children. The Philadelphia papers and the New York papers, they got into a squabble with each other over the question. Universities discussed it. Preachers began talking. That was what I wanted. Public attention on the subject of child labor. Fellow toilers, we have gathered here today for a purpose. Every movement made in the history of civilization has an underlying purpose. You have reached the century in human civilization when the charge of human slavery must forever disappear. I rise to ask the American people, am I my children's keeper? If we could raise up humanity to obviate all strife, what a glorious world this would be. But constituted as it is, society inflicts many hardships on those least able to bear them. We must work for peace and goodwill to all mankind. Children yet unborn, arise and bless you. Take the children out of the mills and mines and sweatshops. Allow them to develop their bodies and minds and souls. These children are to be the future citizens of America. Yes, pray for the dead, and fight like hell for the living. Thank you very much. Thank you.